think the salesman is one guy who doesn't lack for advice, right? Everyone above him in the entire hierarchy is always ready to give him inputs into what he should do better, and or he or she should do better, and how they should better perform, and so on and so forth, right? So, but one has to also keep in mind that totally per outlet you may have maximum 7 to 8 minutes or 10 minutes, right? There's only that much that can be done. So targeted, and I think Anmol made this point, so targeted inputs is much better than generic, and that's where AI can help. So to your point about custom versus standard, um, I don't think standardization exists or will exist in the same shape or form that it has existed in the past, right? You you should now think of standardization the way when you open a e-commerce platform, it could be Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra, etc. Your experience is very different from any other customer's experience. But it is not as if it is literally different apps for each of you, but it feels different, and it is so I think the skeleton, the framework, the backend organization will definitely have its own processes, systems, and standardization, as you call it. But at the front, we will definitely get into an era of hyper personalization. So backward from a goal. So historically, most of the FMCGs, they would have a monthly sales goal, and then that will be split into certain geography cut, and then right down to the salesman level. This is the revenue, this is the assortment, these are the targets, etc. But it is not, and probably that is fine to say that these are the targets that you have to achieve. But the how has always been left to the local team. I mean, the ASMs or the RSMs would give him the inputs. Okay, this is how you have to achieve it. These are the top customers you should go and target, or these are the places you are missing out, etc., etc. Now, the quality of that input may be great or may not be. It depends on the experience. It depends on how good they are as well. So, to your point about standardization, I think supervision can be much of it can be standardized, and in fact that helps. We will see inputs into coaching and motivation that are also standardized. Voice AI for coaches is an area where people are seeing some good results, for example. The other thing that will happen when you say standardization, and we are talking about salesmen or any other layer in the entire organization, but what you have to understand is that there is a learning curve for each of these layers. So if you are imagining a new salesman who has joined in the last 2 months, their performance level and their understanding of their market or their capability would of course be on a much lower level than somebody who has been in the same geography for last 2-3 years. And here the AI and the technology can play a big role in ramping up the new people to the level of at least the average, if not the outperformer, very quickly. So that entire coaching methodology, very personalized advice into what are the gap areas, those approaches will be standardized, but the front end experience of each of these would feel very customized. It would feel like the entire app is geared to help me achieve, I mean, this I'm talking about an ideal scenario, but the app will feel like this is geared to helping me achieve my target. Of course, at the back end, there's a lot of standardization that works, but that's the world where in B2C it already exists. I think it will come in B2B as well.